What's up guys, and welcome back to the vlog. This week bringing you something a little bit different. We're going to be going over something I like to call the raw photo challenge. Now for those of you who don't follow the blog, the raw photo challenge is something that I do every week. We're actually on week 43 right now, where I take a image that I like scouted or you know, that I've even taken myself, and I upload the raw image for a group of users to edit. Right now we're at about 600 users in a Facebook group. We have a pretty strong community over there on Reddit. So if you haven't joined that yet, then yeah, go ahead and do so. Why am I making a video about it this week? Well, because I want to introduce a new way to talk about these edits that you guys make. Typically what I would do is I would pick one winner, give you guys a little background story on why I picked that winner, and then we would just go about our lives. But as the images keep being submitted, I'm noticing that so many of them are just really well edited, and they deserve some attention of their own. Like I said in the blog post, you know, John might submit an image that doesn't win, but it might spark a lot of people creatively. You know, maybe he did something really cool with Photoshop and that made you want to use Photoshop more in your images. And yeah, I feel like by going over a few different people's images, they'll get highlighted, and that's just going to make the group better overall. You know, we're all going to think differently, and I'm all about pushing that and pushing the culture in that regard. So this week's image was submitted by Wired in 335. He's a Reddit user. Really love this shot because it's a great portrait, but it'll also get you some nice landscape to work with. I knew once I saw that the image was going to provide a lot of range. People are going to be hitting it with crazy colors. Some folks are going to make the background stand out. Some folks are going to make the subject stand out. Yeah, huge shout out to you, Wired in 335. Thanks for submitting this. And yeah, if you guys want to submit your raw image, I'll leave a link down below so you can go ahead and take care of that. With that being said, it's 100 degrees outside and I'm wearing a hoodie. So let's get into this week's finalist. So up first we have an image from Anders Lind. Anders is a user from Facebook. I think he's kind of new to the group. He did a really great job with this edit. You know, I know in one of his comments he said that he oversaturated a little bit. And I guess that'll be my first critique. It's a bit over-processed. But again, this is about inspiration, not about being perfect. So if you look at this image, this is something that's going to be like, oh, okay, I can make the sky look this way. I can hit this subject with this kind of light. You know, so he did a great job at bringing in some tones that, you know, initially weren't there. You got that nice little patch of blue in the upper left-hand corner. You got that nice warm tones in the right. You know, I don't know if he used split tone in there or what that was, but I really just enjoy it. I also like that he really kind of went all in on the subject. And a lot of these edits, the subject's face really dark. You know, a lot of people just kind of didn't put that effort into making sure she was properly exposed or properly, you know, showcased in the image. So I really enjoyed that he did that. And then one thing I do like about it, I'm not sure if this is just something that, you know, Lightroom does on its own when you kind of adjust some of the color tones, but I really like how the water kind of has a reflection on the sky. You know, I noticed in a lot of the edits that the sky was super exposed, or it was really brought out reflection there. So great job, and you know, that kind of attention to detail. Again, I'm not sure if that's something that just happened in post-processing by the way you kind of use the sliders, but that was one of the things that I noticed. So yeah, really nice job with that edit. Loved it a lot. I think a lot of people said it reminded them of a water painting, and I definitely think that's kind of the style you should be going for when editing an image that looks like this. Next up is Glen Hickman Jr. For those of you who are a part of the Raw Photo Challenge Facebook group, you know Glen submits an image every week and he just straight up kills it. I think a few weeks ago he said that he spent 2 or 3 hours editing these images, which is insane because I've never spent that much time on an image before. But when you look at his, you know, body of work, you can definitely tell he's not lying. So yeah, Glen, you know, he was picked to be a finalist here because he went with a very different crop. You know, he kind of cut her arm off. He left a little bit of it exposed, and it just brought an entire new element to the image for me. He also hit it with some really warm tones, and I think that really matched up well with the crop. The image went from less dramatic to more just fine art. It just looks really, really good. If I had one critique, I just don't like the fact that I can kind of see her legs in the tight crop. I don't know, I just kind of, you know, stared at that. It may not be a big deal to a lot of you guys, but that was one thing that I just kind of noticed. I also noticed that it's probably impossible to get rid of that and make the image look authentic, but outside of that, yeah, definitely loved it. Definitely loved the warm tones. Really, really nice job. That golden glow. It just, I put that image on my wall. If somebody took that image and I was that girl, I'd be like, yo, Glen, can I get a print? And that would be all over my house. So not too much to say about the image because it was just done so well. Not too many critiques. He kind of went a simplistic way, and that crop just really took it over the top. So yeah, great job, Glenn. You always kill it, and I know you're gonna do the same thing next week. This next one was actually by a Reddit user. Reddit users, I'm probably gonna butcher your names because they're all like not real names. So his name is like Jab JC 19, and he actually went with something that I'm completely against, but I feel like I kind of saw what he was trying to do. Like if he didn't make this so much black and white, I think it would have really worked had it had been like a dark blue or just kind of a stormy aesthetic, you know, it would have really worked. You know, he took this image and he turned it into like almost a nightmare, and I think it looks really, really good. Again, I'm not one for selective coloring, but I want to kind of use this image to show people if you kind of think a little bit differently, you might be able to make something work. So if this had been like not black and white in the background and maybe like a different color or just a darker tone, I think that would have really, really worked. And yeah, I just love the overall idea. Selective coloring for me is just kind of gimmicky, so I don't like it. And then again, maybe it's not selective coloring because so many different colors pop out of the image, you know, but I just feel like the water is too much of a grayscale. But yeah, for the third time, had that been like a different color, that would have definitely popped off. That would have been a great shot. Within this challenge, guys, there can only be one winner, and for this week I'm going to go with Glen. Love that crop, love the edit, love the vibe. You know, it was just that warm tone you gave. It just really shifted the image. You turned the image into what I think looks like, you know, something from a fine art painting or something along those lines. So yeah, I liked it a lot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who do you think won out of these finalists? Also, be sure to click that link and check out all the images and, you know, see if I got it wrong. See if you guys think somebody else should have took the crown home. And yeah, we're going to be doing this every week. These are going to be posted every Saturday. I'm going to try my best to get them up by 5. So, and they're going to get better. You know, this was kind of a last minute thing. So moving forward, we're going to spend a little time. I might have some friends or some panelists to kind of help me judge. So yeah, definitely be back to check this out next week. The Raw Photo Challenge goes live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to join tomorrow. Peace.
All them nights I stayed up, trying to get my cake up. Tell my girl don't